But I realize that when you talk about the feelings of conviction, some people can have a true sense of it and a false sense of it. You probably have heard the language of true guilt and false guilt. That's what I'm talking about here, but I'm using the word conviction. And so I want to spend just a couple of minutes talking about true and false conviction because it is a thing. But let me also share with you that if this is a struggle with you specifically, I have a 1-hour webinar on our website. It's there. I would love for you to watch it so that you can work through this because I'm only doing a couple of minutes here and that will not do it justice. And so you're welcome to watch that webinar. And so let's say that you sin. Of course, you're guilty because you transgressed. And now the sweet Holy Spirit is convicting you of sin. That is a beautiful thing. And so true conviction looks like this. All right, you're convicted. So you agree with God, which means you confess. I agree with you, God, that I have sinned. At that point, God declares you not guilty. That's the way it works. And so you accept what God said. You're not guilty now. You have confessed it. You're not guilty. And you reject any feelings of conviction at that point because you've been declared not guilty. And that leads to love, joy, peace, holiness, and victory. But there is a false sense of conviction that people will feel, and that's when God convicts them of sin. And let's say they agree with God. They confess, I have sinned. Just like on the other side of the screen here. And God declares them not guilty, but this is where it changes. I accept your declaration that I'm not guilty, but these lingering effects of what I did, this lingering conviction is still hanging out in my soul. That is an issue that you do want to work through because if you don't, it can lead to such things as legalism, where you're trying to please God, compromise, where you just quit and give up, you're tired of it, depression, carrying the weight of it, fear, hostility, you get angry, hostility leads to bitterness. And so if you struggle with a false sense of conviction, one, I would appeal to you to watch the webinar first on true and false guilt on our website. And then, of course, you can reach out to us or find help in your community.